made this film a few years ago in Denmark, Europe, in a military training area. Because of the restricted status of the area, it had become a haven for endangered species. A similar situation exists in southern Tasmania.
We're here at Buckland Military Base in Tasmania's east, where we've gained exclusive first-time rights to search the area for thylacines. And neighbouring this spot is a site known as Tiger Hill, where legend has it the last Tasmanian tiger, the world's most famous thylacine, was captured and placed behind bars at Hobart Zoo. Now, we all know this individual. That animal was Ben. We've seen the black and white video footage of it pacing up and down its pen. But perhaps the saddest thing for me is that that once great animal, the world's largest carnivorous marsupial, was once roaming this area free. It may have had a family. It probably used this area as a hunting ground. And that's really where it should have remained. To me, the fact that it died in captivity is one of the greatest tragedies of the modern era.
All right, what we're going to do is put a camera trap on one of these game trails that's going along the side of this creek bed. There's wombats, droppings and tracks that we found, so see what's using these game trails.
This is probably a really good spot right here because we've got fresh diggings. There are lots of diggings over there. We've got fresh scats.
We'll find out. We'll see what comes out of this one.
It doesn't actually go very far, but there's clear indications that an animal has been in there because you can see scratch marks where they've tried to hollow the log out.
It's exciting to see a place like this because there's obviously a lot of activity and you're not sure what animals are actually in here. And I guess the thylacine would be using a similar sort of den to hide away from the cold and rain. We're going to leave the camera traps here for a few days. In the meantime, we're going to head north and meet bushman Lloyd Poke.
This is Lloyd's property, 50 acres of beautiful bushland, and this is where he's had some of his more than 60 Tasmanian tiger sightings. In one extraordinary encounter, he's actually managed to wrestle with one.
So how did he actually grab it when it was just about to go over the fence?
Oh, I just made a dive on it and just went down like that and sort of bring my arms in like that and tried to grab hold of some loose skin, what I thought would be like, like a dog, and then the sides of the neck in it, so it couldn't turn around and bite me. But it kicked, I didn't get my nose in close enough to its body, and it kicked up its hind legs, and that's what it done to the arm, But
it was fierce and powerful.
when he tore my jumper, it felt as though that was going 2 inches into my arm. That's what it felt like. I sort of buggered loose, I let it go,
Lloyd escaped with his life and an incredible story. An expert in his own right, he's had dozens of sightings and collected more than 20 years' worth of memorabilia, including some hair he thinks may have come from a thylacine.
That's something I picked up. I've sent a couple of different lots away to get it analysed and what it might be, but it's got lost in the system somewhere.
Do you think that could be deliberate?
It could be, I don't know.
We are now analysing the hair at the Natural Mystery Unit. I'll have the results for you before the end of the investigation. Meanwhile, our dynamic duo's planning another night under the cold winter sky.
So is this environment similar to the environments that you've seen the Tasmanian tiger before?
Oh yeah, no worries about that. You've got open undergrowth, and then you've got thick undergrowth, and that's where the tigers and that live in the undergrowth. But yeah, down the valley where they've got a bit more cover and a bit more quieter, and up here you've got the wallabies and the roof, and it's a good environment for them.
So, what kind of animals would you expect a thylacine to be feeding on around here?
Oh, yeah, it would be Bennett wallaby and Rufus wallaby, possums, paddy melons, all sorts of things around here.
there'd be good numbers of those sorts of animals around?
Oh yeah, wouldn't be any shortage of them. No, there'd be around in big numbers.
Look at these reeds. How perfect would that be with the stripes? The stripes would just camouflage the animals so well.
Yeah.
You got any ideas about where to set up camera traps?
It's hard to say. Have a bit more of a scout around first, see what we can find.
Check out the game trails and...
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, this is a good game trail, and there was one cutting through down there.
Let's find one with some fresh tracks on it.
Yeah.
And check that out.